Good afternoon, Manufacturing All-Stars, and welcome to this episode of Manufacturing Happy Hour. Today, you are going to learn why manufacturing services are critical to supporting your digital transformation journey. I'm joined by Tiffany Pfremmer and Kamil Karmali from our Global Services Organization. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now, I love throwing out big terms like digital transformation, but in order to do that, I also like making sure we set some context because it's a big topic. Let's start with this first question. Why are plant services so important in today's modern manufacturing environment?
That is a really good question, Chris. I think the way that we would respond to that is simply by saying, the manufacturing industry has evolved significantly probably in the last 10 years. So a lot of the trends and the pressures that we're seeing about industry compliance, the way things are being driven, has created a need for us to be really innovative in the way that we support the overall automation investment our customers make around products, technology, and software. We're seeing that in some cases that investment is being driven by the need to have services that focus on things such as workforce. So what's happening to my workforce today? How am I managing the loss of human capital, IP, through retirement, augmenting some of those other challenges, in addition to security and enterprise risk around compliance, for example. And then thirdly, I would say that there's been a need to have now more than ever, subject matter domain expertise. So whether that subject matter domain expertise resides on site or the ability for a manufacturer to deliver that expertise remotely is something that we've evolved to be able to produce.
Well, when you're talking like remote domain expertise, reducing enterprise security risk, I mean, the thing that all of this variety of topics that they have in common is that these aren't challenges that you can solve by slapping a controller onto something. Like, it requires a more complex solution. So how are services evolving to support digital transformation?
Yeah, I think it's really about combining technology and the domain expertise that Kamil mentioned. That's pivotal to get the data that you need to make better decisions and have those valuable business outcomes. Some of the things that we're doing, we provide data-driven services that are managed by our domain expertise to help drive that, increased asset optimization and enterprise risk, or minimizing enterprise risk. For instance, we have the ability to do an assessment and provide you with a view of all the assets that you have on your plant floor. But think about what you can do when you know that stuff, right? The knowing where they are in the life cycle of those different assets and when it makes sense to modernize or to migrate some of those assets, or even if you need to know if something needs to be repaired or remanufactured. Another thing that we have is that we're offering is the ability to assess, design, implement, and manage a secure network infrastructure, which is pivotal to basically getting that data from a plant to an enterprise and making that connection between IT and OT and building that convergence.
Well, anytime especially when you hear the term IT-OT convergence, a lot of these digital transformation type tasks can seem very daunting. So how do we break it down? How do we simplify these type of things for our customers?
Yeah. Simplification is key. It can be a pretty challenging task. I think some of the challenges that our customers face today are not knowing how much money to spend, how long it's going to take, what's involved in that effort. So Tiffany mentioned things such as data-driven services, right? The need to understand an install base. Where am I at in the journey today versus where do I need to create a blueprint to go be in the future? And so we recommend kind of breaking it down, right? Don't feel like you have to take it all on yourself at one time. Some of the changes in the trends that we've seen are, services typically in manufacturing have been a very reactive thing to go do. And so whether or not you still want a mix of that reactive approach with the current state of being a little bit proactive in the decision making around maintenance and overall support, all the way to becoming a managed service type of outcome, right? Having the need to do some assessment work, building a plan to get to the next state, which is creating the blueprint, coupling different consultative behaviors together in order to create a long-term journey. That's really kind of the step-by-step function of how to break it down. So focus on people, process, and technology so that you can get the answers that you're looking for. How much is it going to cost? How long is it going to take? What's involved? And how can I partner with a manufacturer to get that done?
Well, I think as we're wrapping it up, I want to make sure I provide a call to action for you folks out there. And from what I'm hearing, if you're out there trying to reduce your enterprise risk or reduce your capital expenditure, put a plan around, workforce development, all of these complex topics that you have, call Rockwell, your representative, wherever that may be. I'll also have a link to our services page below this so you can dive into this a bit more following this video and get some more information. In the meantime, Kamil, Tiffany, thanks so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
One more cheers to you guys, and a cheers to all of you. Stay innovative, stay thirsty, and we'll see you again here on Manufacturing Happy Hour real soon. See ya.